My name is Raymon Curtis, and this is a report on the Pinus sabiniana, Douglas X. Douglas, or the ghost pine. Ghost pine, California foothill pine, gray pine, bull pine, or digger pine. This is a green, vascular, naked seed, cone bearing land plant of the family Pinaceae. Ghost pine is endemic to California. It is distributed from Siskiyou County in the north, south through the foothills of the Klamath, Cascade, and Coast Ranges, and the Sierra Nevada as far south as Ventura County. It forms a near perfect ring around the Sacramento San Joaquin River Valley with scattered patches along the coast. California foothill pine is an entirely appropriate name for this species as it is a native of California that occurs between 1,000 to 4,000 feet in elevation. This unusual pine prefers to grow in open woodland other than pine forest, which is why it is often found among buckeyes, oaks, and buckthorn of the foothills. Ghost pine and four species of oak are the dominant species of what is known as the blue oak woodland, a community that essentially encircles California's Central Valley. Slightly hotter than surrounding chaparral, it has relatively few shrubs, and the understory is largely composed of grasses and forbs. According to Trees and Shrubs of California, ghost pine is intolerant of shade and considered fire dependent. According to Trees and Shrubs of California, the ghost pine is a medium-sized, erect, single-stemmed tree. Mature trees are typically 40 to 80 feet tall and 12 to 36 inches in diameter. The largest tree grows in Redding, California, and is 161 feet tall and 59 inches in diameter. Trees often have multiple leaning, crooked trunks. Crowns of mature trees are open with sparse foliage on large, irregularly spaced branches. The species self-prunes, resulting in branches high on stems. Ghost pine, like all pines and gymnosperms in general, are pollinated by the wind dispersing their pollen. They produce pollen grains in astronomical quantities, each pollen cone producing perhaps a million or more pollen grains. Pollen cones occurring in clusters of 50 or more, and usually hundreds of clusters on any given tree, so literally billions of pollen grains are released and accumulate densely on anything in the vicinity, including female cones of nearby ghost pine trees. Though no longer considered an economically important species and even widely regarded as a nuisance tree, this species was once a highly regarded source of many useful products for human use. The seeds were an important source of food for Native American people. According to a USDA article entitled Digger Pine, it was once an important to California Indians who used its seeds and parts of cones, bark, and buds as food supplements, and as twigs, needles, cones, and resin in basket and drum construction. Indians and early settlers used the resin of the digger pine for medicinal purposes. In fact, the term digger stems from a contemptuous name given by early settlers to the many small Indian tribes once occupying central California. The species was first discovered by a fellow named David Douglas in 1826 while he was exploring around the Umpqua country in Oregon, which is quite near the northernmost limit of this species' range of occurrence. Alas, he lost his specimens in crossing the Santiam River and did not encounter the tree again until February of 1831 during a trip to the summit of the Gabilan Range near Monterey, California. Ghost pine grows in areas of characteristically low levels of available moisture. Even on sites where soil moisture is relatively high, digger pine tends to dominate only the shallowest phases. This may account for the ease of access to the rich root structure of which Native Americans were so fond of utilizing as a food source, among other things, and the reason many settlers call these people diggers. It may also account for the fact that these trees will often seemingly fall over for no apparent reason. Windy season is a dangerous time to go walking under these trees, as the cones can weigh several pounds and are armed with extremely sharp dragon claw-like prickles up to 2 inches long. I have personally witnessed these stuck into hillsides, and this may be the ecological advantage of having such heavy prickle-laden cones. A truly fascinating tree. And these are the works I cited. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and have a great day.